JT, what up? What up, guys? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know how the live looks. How's the audio? Audio's good? Sick. False Gods, what up, big dog? How's it going? Hold on, guys. I'm not going to be on my phone. I just want to post the link real quick. Tough. Slush, what up? Clay, what up? Repping, dog. Repping. Chris Live, yeah, hell yeah. Holy, what up? How's the video look? How's the audio sound? Boards by the beach this summer. I don't think Vito's doing boards by the beach. Boards by the beach. I think now it's just what did they call it last year? TorontoCon. Good tough music. Oh, can you hear that? I tried to keep it low so it wouldn't come through too much. Really good quality, not gonna lie. Yo, thank you. Chris, what's good? What is good, Clay? What is good, Claythian? Let me just post this link real quick, and then we can jump into it, guys. I don't really know what we're doing. I don't really have a plan. If you guys want to talk Shreddermania, let's talk Shreddermania. If you guys want to talk Fingerboard Con next week, let's talk Fingerboard Con. You guys want to talk Jake's secret blue account? Let me know. We talk that too. And we can fingerboard too. I'll make sure to leave some space. What are we doing? To be honest with you, I'm going live tonight just to kind of hang out with you guys. I haven't been live in a minute, so I just wanted to hang out with you guys and answer some questions, do some trick requests, maybe edit a little bit of the vlog, maybe even preview a little bit of the next vlog. We can talk about upcoming podcasts. I actually have one tomorrow with Flipping Granny, so that should be sick. When is Shreddermania? Shreddermania is going to be the last Saturday of July. You think I would know the date, but I don't. I'm pretty sure it's the 26th of July. Hold on. I lied. It's the 25th of July at the Slush Cult Mini Mart. Shreddermania Thrace. Oh, no. 4. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do a nollie flip. Let's do it. Thank you for not asking for a nollie flip and not a nollie heel. Oh. There you go. Nollie flipping. Cinnamon challenge is crazy. I don't know about that. Dude, a cinnamon challenge would actually kind of go right now. If we get enough requests, maybe like Clay and I could do the cinnamon challenge live at Shreddermania. That'd be super dope. And then, okay, so check this out. For Shreddermania, I always give away little finger belts, right? And I'm still going to do that. But I found this the other day. Check this out. This is like, sorry if it's not focusing, but I found this. It's like an old Christmas ornament. And essentially what I was going to do is I was going to take a Dremel and I was going to actually just like Dremel this off, like the logo. Won't say the name of the company. Don't sue me. Dremel this off and then essentially like design it to be like a slush belt. And then just like give this away. It's like, it's kind of too big for your fingers, but I don't know. Would you guys be down for a video on that? Or am I just taking shots in the dark here? G16s are the only boards I can use. Nothing feels good. G16, I think I have a G16. I could be wrong though. I'm kind of weird on my flat face shapes. Like I don't really know the flat face shapes. What is this? Oh, this is a G16. This is a flat face G16. Sorry that I have to do the millennial hand like focus thing, because the autofocus on the camera will stay focused on me if I don't do that. So let's see. Excited for the panel at Con. Yo, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm actually doing a few panels at Con. We can even talk about that. Is anyone in the chat going to Fingerboard Con? Is anyone in the chat going to Fingerboard Con? I just got your Pro Pyro wheels. Yo, shout out you. That's sick. That's what I'm using right now. Again, with the millennial hand focus thing. I don't know if you can see that. But there they go. The thick wheels. I don't know if you can see that. My bad. Yo, the homie Ritualism's in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. I will be at Fingerboard Con. Yo, hell yeah. I'm looking for that's someone who I'm looking forward to meeting. I just did a pod with Ritualism. If you haven't checked out the Ritualism pod, definitely do so. Homie is making some of the most top tier Crete obstacles in fingerboarding right now. I feel like every time he has a drop, people are super, super hyped. And yeah, it's super sick. I'm going to Toronto Con. That's sick. I think that's probably going to be in August again. I would love to go back. I know we've been talking about it. I'm stealing some Crete while watching this, bro. There you go. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. Yo, the Crete wheels that you posted about the other day were sick. I'll admit, I still don't know if you're fucking around or not, but they look sick, dude. What's up with the hair, man? The hair is just whatever. The hair's going crazy. They're real. Wheel giveaway. What wheels do you want me to give away? Should we do a giveaway? Maybe. I'm kind of burnt out on giving stuff away. Every time I reach out and I want to give something away, I got to be honest. Like, when the people start like rushing and like hitting you up every single day, like every hour to like, where's the tracking? Where's this? Where's that? And you're like, dude, I'm giving you this free. I told you it would be a week or two, and it's been an hour, and you're asking me for tracking. Like, it really turns off the giving away stuff for free vibes. We'll give away. Do you want a new board? What do you mean? Kind of new to pro boards. So do wheels need bearings applied like a real skateboard? No. So for fingerboard wheels, they come pre-installed. Because the big thing with fingerboard wheels is bearing slip. And a lot of companies that do wheels, they essentially will make their wheels with a bearing lock. So in theory, the bearings wouldn't come out. So therefore, when you buy fingerboard wheels, they come pre-bearinged. But you know what? Good question. I don't think I've ever thought about that, because you're right. Like when you buy a skateboard, you have to like put your own. I don't know what that was. But yeah, you have to put your own bearing in the wheel. But good question. You know, oddly enough, when I first started fingerboarding, I thought that when I bought trucks, first pair of pro trucks I ever bought were from Dynamic, and I was confused because I thought I had to put little lock nuts on the bolts. Because again, if you're setting up a real skateboard, you know that when you're tightening down your truck, there's like the screw on top, the Phillips on top with a little nut. And I legit was like, yo, they shorted me 8 nuts. And no, I found out the hard way. I may or may not have sent a message over to Dynamic and we're like, yo, like, where's the rest of the lock nuts? And then, yeah. Favorite setup at the moment probably has to be this one. Let's see if it focuses. This is a 34 millimeter Collier deck in the low shape. This is a Believe graphic, 34 millimeter Black River trucks with a Slush Colt, Rattlers, and my Pro wheels from Pyro. And then that tape on top. Always that tape. Always that tape. Favorite obstacle at the moment? Man, that's tough. I don't necessarily have a favorite one. There's a few that I just kind of like. There's like a favorite like 5 or 6, and I just kind of interchange them. 34 millimeter has always been my go-to, always. It's just what I started with, and it's just always felt super comfortable. I've tried 32 before, and it just, for me personally, 34 just feels better. That method predates bearing wheels. We used to have to drill out the inside tech deck wheels and glue bearings in. Yo, heck yeah. If anyone is gonna know about the history of anything skateboarding and fingerboard related, for the most part, it's gonna be Scrape Base Plate. Who's in the chat? Shout out Scrape Base Plate. Shout out Greg. And you know what's funny is somebody actually early on when I started fingerboarding and posting content, somebody sent me a pack and they threw in a pack of old, I want to say they're Dark Star Tech Deck wheels, and they actually glued the bearings in and they sent them to me, and now they're probably somewhere around here. But it's funny you bring that up because I found those the other day and I was like, yo, these are sick. What's up, bro? The new SIG wheels on Pyro are awesome. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've been working on, I don't even want to say how long we've been talking about doing a set of wheels, and I'm just stoked that they're here. I'm stoked that you guys dig them. Does anyone know why one of my dynamic trucks will screw fully tight but loose to ride? Are you I'm probably the worst at trying to troubleshoot stuff over the internet, but are you talking about like when you talk about loose, are you talking about like the 4 bolts bolting the base plate to the board? Or are you talking like kingpin? Am I the only one who uses special edition dynamics? No, if I'm going to use dynamics, which I kind of go back and forth between BRTs and dynamics, I only use special edition. I used to I was heavy on inverted kingpin, but once he dropped the SEs, I just converted fully to SEs. Oh, the kingpin. Oh man, I don't know. That's a weird one. Because you have your bushings on, so are you saying like the nut gets loose over time, or just like when you crank on it? Maybe not. Maybe that's not the word. When you screw down the nut on your kingpin, does it like loosen up again, or is it just won't get tight? Have you messed around with late flips? Not really. I recently, like, one thing that Christian always does is kickflip late shove, and so I've kind of messed with those just a little bit, and that's kind of it. You know who has like a really gnarly late flip or a gnarly late flip is Jake. I don't think he does those enough, but I've witnessed a gnarly late flip from Jake, and it is insane. But yeah, the kickflip late shove is probably, I'm not gonna lie, out of all the late variants, that's probably the easiest. So if you were gonna want to like learn a trick that's relatively hard but relatively easy at the same time, it's a lot of timing. That's probably one. I mean, because you're gonna get people letters all the time in skate, because that's kind of a weird one. Angel from Sunday Sessions. Been a minute, Angel. Where have you been? All right, let's try the kickflip late shove. We're not gonna count that, but that was close. That was close. You should feature Jake and play a game of skate. That would be sick. Jake and I have played more games of skate than I care to admit. We play games of skate all the time. Sometimes, like, we don't even, we're not doing, like, I'll like FaceTime them in the middle of the night. We'll just play a game of skate. There you go. Kickflip late shove. That was a nice one. I got that one. Late shove is a good one too, but with late shoves, it's like You got to really watch and make sure they look steezy, because it's easy to like not do a late shove and think you did a late shove. So, and I dropped my board. So while we have another that doesn't feel as good, 1 second. Where the hell is that board? Yo, the hair's looking crazy, guys. It's, you know what it is? It's the fat guy effect, where it's like the fat guy hoodie effect, where I just love wearing hoodies, and I'm just, my head is in a hoodie, or my head is in a hood almost all day. So sorry about that. Hardest FB trick I've ever done. I don't know. I feel like that's like a tough question, because I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like it's really subjective, because like some tricks are harder to other people. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people, for some reason on the internet, like when it comes to fingerboarding, are really into switch heel and nollie heel as being like the hardest tricks. And for some people, they're really not. Like for some people, they get them kind of fast and they struggle with like basic tricks. So for me personally, um, I think switch heels are probably the hardest for me. Surprisingly, it's easier to do switch front heel. It's easier to do like switch front heel. Well, I guess switch back heel. But see, we're talking about tricks I've done. I would say like I've accidentally landed switch back heels before, but never have I said I'm going to do a switch back heel and then have done a switch back heel. So I don't know if I'd necessarily count the one, but I'd say switch heel, because when I do it, I either under rotate it, or I kind of throw it far like that, or I switch front heel, if that makes sense. So probably switch heel. Switch heel is way easier for me than nollie heel. Yeah, listen, I hear it all the time backwards. Like people will be like, "Oh, I can nollie heel really good, but I can't switch heel." And for me, it's for me it's kind of opposite, because like I can nollie heel every once in a while, but definitely not as consistent as I want to be. But if I had to like bet my life on either doing a nollie heel or a switch heel, I would probably rather throw a nollie heel. Because yeah, switch heel for me, I don't know. I can't. That was kind of, see what I mean though? Like it kind of turns. Yeah, if anyone has any switch heel, if anyone has any switch heel advice, let me know. He actually owns Tender. Never seen him in the same room. Yo, I don't know who owns Tender. That's a rumor. Just got my Pyro FB.Christopher was in the mail yesterday. Never had Pyro. Great wheels. Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. All I ride is Pyro wheels. I love Pyro wheels. I didn't really want to do a new shape because, and shout out to the riders on Pyro who have shapes. Like, I think Safe, I want to say, I think Bloody, I'm pretty sure that's not his own shape. Cool graphic, but I think that, if I'm not mistaken, and I totally could be, I think Safe has his own like shape or like bearing placement, and I think Pock does too. I could be wrong, but anyways, I wanted to stick with what I actually like. I wanted to be true to what I actually ride. Maybe in the future, because we're already talking about possibly doing like a second wheel. In the future, I do have a pretty good idea about how to switch it up a little bit, but for these first wheels, I want it to be true to what I ride, and I've been riding Power Performance wheels for like 3 years now, religiously. Every now and then I'll switch it up to like, I think Joy Cold has really good wheels. Who else has really good wheels? Dude Guy. If I'm gonna go like recycled wheel, Dude Guy wheels are always top tier. But for the most part, like Pyro wheels are always on my boards. Sorry if I'm the chat's kind of going quick. It's like pausing and then it'll like shoot up, so I apologize if I'm missing anyone's. Let's see. Do you have some tips for hill flips? You know, I don't do them as often as I would like to, so I feel like there's times where I lose them. But I think with heel flips, the one tip that like really got me when I first started is somebody told me to like stand. I don't know if this is going to be, it might go out of frame, but someone told me that my front finger should be like, instead of down like this, like it should be my front finger, which is this one here, should be more pointed. And when I flick it, it's more of like you know, I don't know. This is why I don't do trick tutorials, because I can do the trick, but it's trying to like verbalize it that I get kind of iffy on. But I don't know. I think for me, I just keep my front finger really like this, like this. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry if the focus is bad. There's like a random little bug in here. I love caramel wheels. You have to try them out. I have tried caramel wheels and caramel trucks. Pyro Performance Minis. I've tried a lot of pyro wheels. I've tried the bowl wheels. I've tried the mini bowl wheels. I even tried the comp wheels and the tablet wheels. I'm kind of like I don't know, like I'm super OCD about my setup, so like it's hard for me to like make those kind of changes full time. You know what I mean? Like if someone brings me a set of wheels, I can put them on my board and use them and it's fine. But like long term, I'm very like I found what works for me and what I like, and I stick with that. So when it comes to the other pyro wheels, I've tried them and I like them. I think they're great, but I really just stick with a more of a street shape. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Brendan with some switch heel advice. It's all about getting the pop finger in the pocket. And then I straighten my kick finger to force the heel flip motion. Wait, is that switch heel or is that normal heel? When's the next Collier drop? Honestly, I don't know when the next Collier drop is. Christian is trying to get it together, but it's, I don't know. It's not looking good. Not looking good in the sense like he's trying to drop ASAP. He's trying to take some boards to Fingerboard Con, and I don't know. Switch and nollie heel. Okay. So it's all about getting the pop finger in the pocket. See, you know what's crazy is, and I know everyone does tricks differently, but I have a lot of friends that do these tricks, and they'll tell me finger in the pocket, right? Like back finger in the pocket. But then I have friends that will tell me like almost like over the bolts, not even in the pocket, not even on the tail, in the bolts. And to be honest with you, when I do get close, that's usually when, oh, I guess not. It makes me a liar. But I don't know. The whole pocket thing, yeah, switch feels weird. I think it's a timing issue. Over the bolts works nice too. Yeah, the times that I've gotten close is usually over the bolts. I may be going to Slush Cult this summer. Yo, that's dope. Dude, you look like me doing switch. Yeah, I'm trying. I could do other switch tricks, but it's the switch heel and stuff like that that definitely get me. A little switch tray. I feel weird that I'm sitting down. I feel like my board's all like in my chin. Yo, what the heck? There we go. I feel like the table's like chest high. I learned, you know, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that learning it on thinner boards helps them out, or like tighter trucks. And you know what's funny is on Jake's setup, and Jake rides like a 32, and his trucks are like medium. I don't want to say to choose some pyro stations instead. It's up to you. Honestly, the pyro station ones are sick. If you get my wheels, I appreciate it. If you have my pyro wheels, I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, no pressure, obviously. You know what I mean? If you want to grab them, cool. And if you want to grab the pyro station ones, that's cool too. But Yeah, I don't want to say. I think saying that I can spam nollie heels on Jake's setup would be a stretch, but I can definitely nollie heel way more consistent on Jake's setup than I can my own. And he rides like a 32 with like medium trucks. Do I get a cut? Are you asking about the wheels? Yeah. So, with any like, at least for me, any products that have like my name or like pro boards or pro obstacles or pro wheels, typically the industry standard, and I say industry loosely because I think fingerboarding is still in the early days of like making sure everyone's taken care of as far as like pros and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, no, I make sure that obviously I'm compensated too because I respect the fact that like Pyro does the wheels and Kali does the decks, but at the same time, you're putting your face on something, using your platform to push all that stuff. So yeah, I'm compensated a little bit for it. So, what's your favorite Collier graphic? Oh man, that's a legit tough question. Have you ever tried UAG FB wheels? No, I haven't. I think that I tried their trucks though. What bushings do you use? I use Rattlers by Slush Coal. Oh, what am I talking about? I do know my favorite Collier graphic, and it is Collier Mania. It is Collier Mania. It's like a rip on Hulkmania, but obviously it's not Hulkmania. It's Collier Mania, and I just love it. I love red boards. Even when I was writing for Awful, a lot of my boards I would always get the red colorway. I'm a sucker for like maple bottom plies or red graphics. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of the Collier Mania. I'm on Collier's Instagram right now. Damn, how far do we have to go back to see that board, Christian? Come on now. I actually don't know if he's ever posted it. Shout out Christian. Shout out Cristiano Ronaldo. Christian. Is he still in the chat? I saw someone mention it earlier. Oh, this is another good one. This is another good one. Can you guys see that without it being too washed out? Look, it looks crazy. Looks like crap with all the lighting. But that's kind of like a rip on the WWE font. I actually had that board. That was the board I rode last year at Fingerboard Con. Sorry, I'm like not even into the chat. Thoughts on knife decks and other hype brands? I have. So obviously, like I love Andy, and all the guys behind Knife are great. They arguably put out some of the cleanest, just most realistic fingerboard footage. Like if you watch a knife video, like it's a knife video. Like the quality is insane. As far as like the decks go, I don't think I've ever owned a knife. I don't think I've ever owned a knife board. I've used them. I think they're great. The couple that I've used are, I could be wrong because it's been forever, but at the time I think they only were doing like medium and high shapes, and I'm very much like someone who prefers like lower boards, so I wasn't necessarily drawn to it right away, but I don't know. I like their graphics. I like the aesthetic. Shout out to Andy. As far as them being like, as far as like hype brands and like other like night, I mean, it kind of just comes with the territory. There's always going to be hype brands, and I know the whole drop thing was a big thing, but we talked about it on you probably already, most people in the chat probably already know, but I host a fingerboard podcast called The Big Spin. And I had Andy on and we talked about that specific thing. And, it's cool. How are you and the family doing? Dude, I am doing great. I'm doing great. I had a bunch of health stuff, which admittently so, like I'm still, I don't want to say necessarily dealing with, but I mean, obviously like when you have such like a big health scare, like it's not like you just, it's not like when you get a cold and you just get better, So I definitely am still working at it. I still have a lot of doctor visits and stuff like that just to make sure everything is working right. And even leading up to Fingerboard Con, which is next week, I've been super in my head about it. I've been super duper in my head about it. Not even like that I feel bad or I feel like, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing physically wrong, but oh man, like last year there were some heavy moments last year. And so like mentally I'm like trying to not let my mind go back to that. Cause it was a weird couple days out there. Yo, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that you pray for me and my family. I really appreciate it. Do you think it should be bolts over the tape or tape over the bolts? I think tape goes over the bolts all the time. All the time, tape over the bolts, unless you're using the fucking Cleveland Cleveland bolts. That's hard to say. The Cleveland Bolt Company bolts. Am I saying that right? They just launched, and I think the homie Tanked and Tatted does. He does it with the homie too. I love their like wrestling marketing like things that they do where they're kind of just like talking shit to the camera. But if you have cool screws, like cool colored screws, by all means, poke your holes in your grip tape and show those things off. But for the most part, I just grip over my holes. I just feel like to me it just looks more aesthetically pleasing. I've never been able to get clean grip holes, and there are people that can get them super clean, but me, like I've just always thought it looked better just solid piece of tape. Tape over bolts, yeah. If you clean it with the bolts showing, it's sick. Heck yeah. I fingerboard better with bolts over the tape. I think it's just a feeling thing. You know what I mean? I think you just kind of feel for it. You know what I mean? Using a tech deck hanger is the way. You know, I've heard that. And then I think Jake had mentioned before that he uses like a black river tool. And so maybe I just gotta try it out again. But have you ever seen or heard about really great tool? Yeah. So I've had people have told me that using a tech deck tool. Well, we can put it to the test right now. I have a board with no grip, and we'll just grip it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Should we do this one? This is like a random board. It's a board that I made. Okay, we'll do this one. Let's do it. This is a board by TP Decks. This is a super nice board. I love the shape. Love the mold on this one. And this is a split ply, a little Bulbasaur split ply. Let's try and do damn, I don't know if I can reach the grip. Oh, I have grip right here. All right, so let me know in the comments. How do we do it? Give me the step by step. We got some core grip. I don't know if that's in frame. We got some core grip, so we're going to go ahead and use that. This is some of the best grip, by the way. Some of the best grip. What do you think about poly decks? They're cool. I'll admittedly say I've never owned one. I have a lot of friends that sesh them. They like them. I think, who does poly decks? Tyler, right? Tyler's cool. And so if he's cool and the decks are cool, then you know what? Shout out Poly. Just core break in. I personally think, and listen, I'll be the first to admit, there's so many tape brands that make the same claim over and over and over and over, and everyone's going to tell you there's no break-in time and it cuts clean, or when you take it off, there's no weird like it doesn't like leave sticky stuff on your board. And honestly, you know, what do you want me to say? Like they fucking so many companies will be like, yeah, no break-in time, and that, to me, in my personal opinion, that is going to be based on the user. Having said that, core tape, is one of the rare tapes that I've come across where I personally don't feel like I need to break it in. That tape and core tape, I feel like after maybe, I don't know, maybe like a 10-minute sesh, I feel like it's totally good to go. Out of the pack feels great, but I feel like once you just scuff it up a couple times with some tricks, I feel like you're good to go. Okay, give me some tips on how to do. Wait, do I need a tech deck truck or can it just be any hanger? Because I have a hanger right here, but I don't think it's a tech deck hanger. I have you let me know, chat. Does a hanger from Dally trucks work? Would that work? Or like would a BR hanger work? I have a BR hanger. I don't know if I have any tech deck hangers, just like right off hand. Let me know, chat. Tips for cleaning grip. Oh man, are you talking about like cleaning like? What do you mean by cleaning? Are you talking about cleaning it up to make it look like super solid on the sides? Because in that case, you need a file, like a nail file. Personally, I think those work the best. If you're talking about just overall cleaning your grip, I use, funny you ask, because I use, and this is not a sponsored thing by Curad or whatever the fuck that is, but I use alcohol prep pads. I can show you that in a minute. I can clean some grip. But let me know. Can we use a Dally hanger or a BRT hanger? Or is it only tech deck? Let's see. Because I have BRT and Dally. Okay. Tech deck is def the best. Okay, so I don't. Okay, for science, we're gonna open a tech deck that I've been saving for science. Oh wait! Hold the phone. I forgot that. Yeah, baby. A couple weeks ago, I hosted an event at my, like a little fingerboard event at my kid's school. And I took a bunch of parts and stuff like that. And Tech Deck, shout out Steve Levy, sent me like a bunch of boards to hand out and give away and stuff like that. And when we got home, I realized that there were two tech decks that fell out in the car. And so I have one. So for science, we're going to be opening this. I don't know if you can see that. I know that the light's kind of blaring. We're going to be opening this Meow deck. And we're going to be using the hanger. All right, bet. Yo, tech deck straight out the pack, kickflip first try. Come on. Oh, this is crazy. My bad. All right, second try. Ooh, third try. Ooh. Bro, fifth try. That was a good one. I'll count that. Someone DM'd me, Javi DM'd me, and said to use a Dremel. Are we about to just test this live and just test everything? I think I might have a Dremel. Dude. Okay, I found the Dremel. The only issue is, what is this? What kind of tip is that? I don't even know when the last time I used this. And why do I have... I wonder if this would work. Would this work? Or is this too gnarly? Would this work? Or is this way too gnarly? A hole punch? Oddly enough, I think I have a hole punch. Yo, why do I just have everything? Why do I just have everything to like... I'm like, oh, hole punch. Got a hole punch. Dremel, look at this. I had no idea what we were doing. And now we're about to test some grips. All right. Too gnarly. All right, someone said too gnarly. So let's try and take this bit off. I don't even know where the bits are, guys. So we may have to roll with that. You know what? Never mind. I found bits. And I found a part of a Swiffer. All right. All right. Let's see. Bro, I don't even know what bit to use. There's so many. What bit? Come on, guys. Help me out, bro. Grinding stone. What the fuck is a grinding stone? Oh, probably one of these. Is it this? Oh, that's not going to focus for sure. Here, maybe if I close my eyes. Is that going to focus? Is it this? What is this? Okay, we'll leave that out because I think that could possibly work. I think that's too small. I think that's it. I mean, oh, wait. Damn, I'm dropping everything. I think those would be cool. Okay, so let me put this away. Yo, we're really going in on this grip thing, guys. Yo, what is the ball grinder? What are you talking about, ball grinder? Like, what? Oh, you probably mean this. If someone said pull out the ball grinder, I'm thinking you're probably meaning this. Maybe this. Okay. I think that's enough. Okay, we're going to try the ball grinder. Wait, how do I do this? Okay. I think I just broke it. Oh, no, wait. Okay. Is hand tying going to work? All right. And since we're like not knowing if this is going to mess up the deck, at least for me, I'm going to use a different deck. I'm not going to use the TP deck because I don't want to ruin that. So this is a board that I made. I went through a little board making phase. This is the board that I made. And we're going to do this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try a normal hanger. Sorry, I keep doing the millennial hand thing. This is just, it's part of it, okay? Accept it. Hanger, or possibly a tech deck hanger. Why is my computer turning off? All right, or we're going to do one of these, I think. Let me know, chat. Like, you're in this with me, all right? And I think we should try out this guy. All right, let me know. I think, okay, wait. Let me try and plug in the Dremel. YouTube, I'm a professional. And let me put on some eyewear just to be extra safe. These are the new Meta InvisiShield eyewear glasses. Okay. All right, guys. We're probably going to want to lower this, I imagine. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. For science, we're going to grip half the board. I don't know why we're going to grip half the board. I don't know why I did that. We're going to grip half the board, okay? All right. I need a file. All right, guys. We're gripping half the board, okay? What was that sound? When is the next Sunday session? Should be soon. Safety first, right? Put on safety goggles. Yes. Who the hell is that? I don't know. All right. But now I don't know. Okay. Fill me in, chat. How do I know? How do I know where the holes are, though? Did I already do it wrong? Do I poke from the bottom? Or No, that doesn't seem right. Like, how do you guys know where the holes are? This is AI, actually. This is one big prompt. Just feel around lightly with the hanger. Okay. Well, okay, we're going to do Dremel first. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try this with this. Yeah. All right. Next Sunday sesh is going to be on a Sunday. Just don't know which Sunday yet. All right, here we go. Someone said feel around for the hole. Guys, I may not be the smartest man in the world, but I do not feel the holes. Hold on. Would it be cheating if I like poked the hanger through the back? Doesn't even fit. Okay. All right. This is quickly going south. Oh, wait. Just came from Mint's live stream. Oh, shout out Mint. Is he live? Shout out Mint. All right, guys. I think we got it. Look at this. See that? I got the Q-tip. Or wait, why did I say Q-tip? I got the toothpick through. So I'm going to try and get a perfect grip hole. All right, here we go. Safety first. Goggles on. All right. Wait. This is bothering me. This is bothering me, guys. Okay. Now, there we go. Wait. It's going to focus on my eyes. Wait. Where is it? Oh, right there. There we go. In a world of OSHA violations. I wish I had some glasses. Like, that'd be sick. I don't know. What should I put on, guys? Like, for safety gear. Do I have anything for safety gear? I feel like I'm just flying blind. Like, I have nothing for safety gear. Yo, somebody tell Clay that we need like some slush glasses. That'd be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just gonna wing it. I think we're just gonna wing it, guys. I don't know what. I mean, we'll just. All right, we'll just have to be careful. All right. Just look away. Yeah, let's just fucking. That's not gonna help. All right, here we go. All right. Is it too fast? Can you guys tell by the sound? Like right here. Here's slow. Right? Ask Awful Boss for his. Yo, I bought him those. Well, I don't know if he still uses those. The moment of truth. I know. Yo, low-key, this sounded like I was at Jake's house once and he left his never mind. He left his thing on. It sounded like this. Yeah, the Invisiglasses. All right, YouTube, here you go. All right. There you go. All right, let's see. I have it super slow, so hopefully. All right, let's see. Ooh. I might need a little bit more power. Wait a minute. Guys. Low key. Hold on. That might have been it. That might have been it, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Bear with me. There's like a little... It's clean, but there's like a little piece of grip. There we go. It's still there and it's bothering me. That'll bother me till no end. There's like a little tiny... Bro, you piece of shit. Get out, dude. The hole looks great. I've never seen a better looking hole. But dude, this is pissing me off. There's like a little tiny piece of grip that will not come out. I feel like I'm gonna ruin it now. Oh wait, I think I got it. Ooh, I got it. Yo, Javi might be onto something. So the homie Javi is the one who DM'd me and said try a Dremel. Look at that. What? Yo, that might be. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Chris found the hole on live. That's crazy. That's crazy. Can you get a gem skate finger skate deck? Shout out gem skate. No, I've never owned one of those. Will you please come to Minneapolis, Indiana if USFBL goes back this year? I can't do it. Shout out Indianapolis. Can't do USAFBL. All right, guys. I think we're on to something here. I'm gonna do one more, and then we'll try the other stuff. Maybe, you know what? Maybe. Okay, so I think the move, at least for me, is to put the grip on and then use like a Q-tip or something to like mark it a little bit. And then go in with the Dremel. They have Napoleon Dynamite there. USA FBL whack as fuck. Boy. That's crazy. So chat said that, by the way. Don't put that schmut on my name. Here we go. Dude, turning up the Dremel actually made all the difference. Oh, and I don't know if you saw a little, like, there was a little piece of grip stuck in there, and it just boop, popped right out. You know what? I think I'm going to do all four. And on the other side, do the Tech Deck ones. Because, yo, this is coming out really good. Yo, Javi might be onto something, bro. Any chance, what did that say? Any shot you got the deck from Boards by the Beach that my buddy gave you. It had the Prime graphic. Maybe. This is fire. Javi is changing lives, bro. Oh, I'm definitely touching wood. Whoa. Hey, yo. I meant like I went too low in the grip. Nothing like a live pause moment. See? For anyone that says like I do that shit in my videos just to like be funny, it happens in real life. I just say the most like fucking wild shit sometimes. Yo, this is... I'm going to be honest. I don't know if this changes my mind about the whole grip thing. I feel like I'm still not going to do this because this... I mean, realistically, I set up a lot of boards, right? Or, I mean, at least once a week. Maybe once every 2 weeks. I set up a board. Would I do this every single time? No. No, I would not do this every single time. I think if the ball was a little bigger, it would probably help because my only issue is I feel like they're a little small. I think it's definitely going to fit a screw, but guys, Javi's on to something though. Check this out. Yo. Who made the sidewalk table that I have? That was made by Destroy Fingerboards. Okay. Dremel? Yes, it works. If you have a Dremel and if you want to take the time to do that, it works. Now let's try the other side. Hold on. These holes are like filled with sawdust. Let me clear that out. Holy shit, I broke my hanger. You are a goat. Yo, thank you for saying that. That's crazy. Thank you for saying that. Shout out Oakland. Heck yeah. A lot of good fingerboarders up in the Bay Area. All right, this is going to be like a terrible grip job. I don't know why I'm gripping it like that. Okay, I'm just going to do it like that. All right. We are gripping a fingerboard, or well, not really gripping a fingerboard. We are trying to figure out the best way to get the holes super proper on a fingerboard. You know, I just realized, god damn, I should have done this one first because now the grip's on the board and I can't stamp the damn grip well on the board. All right, whatever. All right, tech deck hanger is going next. All right, taking this beautiful tech deck apart. Thank you for being a part of science. Shout out Skate Station. Shout out Clark. Shout out all the guys at Skate Station. We love it. We love us some Skate Station. Ow. God damn, bro. Bro. Tech Deck trucks is almost deadly, dog. Saying you want to head back to Toronto. Just wondering, have you located Larry yet? I saw your comment. I don't know if that's a joke. I'm not getting it. But if it's not a joke, I don't know who the fuck Larry is. So much more popular than last year. It's crazy. Yeah, every year con is getting more and more and more popular. I don't know. It's a good thing for fingerboarding. So, do you think BRT are worth the money? Personally, I think so. If you want a quality truck that's going to last you, it's an investment. You know, but then again, it's like, do I think deli trucks are good? Yes. Do I think dynamic trucks are good? Yes. Are they worth the money? Yes. Are they cheaper? Yes. It's all about preference. So, do you need to buy a 75 or they raise the price? It's so like an $80 truck or a set of trucks. If you can, you know what I mean? If you can afford it, obviously. You know what I mean? If you can't afford it, which is a very real thing because honestly, like the economy sucks. It's like there are other options and they're just as good. So it's kind of like, yeah, they're definitely worth it. But you know, not to say that other brands aren't worth it for a cheaper amount. Any chance? Oh, dude, I can't even read that. I'm gonna try. La Chupa Cabra. La Chupa Cabra is gonna be on the pod. Is that the homie that does the benches? What's the first person? Cop silent ramps. Oh yeah, quarter, dude. I've been meaning. I filmed an entire video on new silent ramp stuff, and I've just been so lazy to do the voiceover and put it out. Yeah, preference all comes down to your own personal style. You'll feel better discovering your own style. Yeah, when it comes to trucks, like, and I know not everyone has the option to try out all trucks, but the best thing to do is when you go to Sweaty Fingerboards setup tour. I keep telling him we need to do it. Yo, shout out Oakland. Can you make a living off fingerboarding? By the way, you're my favorite YouTuber. Yo, thank you for saying that. Nixon, that's cool. Is that your name? Is that your name, Nixon? Thank you for saying I'm your favorite YouTuber. I appreciate that. And can you make a living off fingerboarding? I think if you navigate it the right way, maybe. Depends on how you're living, right? Like, are you going to be living in a mansion with, you know, a bunch of cars in the driveway and stuff? Maybe not. Can you realistically make some side income to support you and your family and pay some bills and stuff like that? That's definitely more likely. It really just depends on how you approach it. Because there's ways you can make money in fingerboarding. You can start a company, like you can make decks, you can make wheels, you can make obstacles. Obviously, wheels and making trucks and stuff like that, it's a lot easier said than done. You can do like a grip company if you wanted to. Social media is a great way to make money. Not even like fingerboard social media, but just social media in general is a great way to make money. So there's ways you can do it. You just kind of got to figure out what works best for you and what you're good at. Have you seen the tier list vid me and Mint made? No, I have not. I did see someone shared it, and I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I'll watch it right now. I think it was Hunk who shared it. When did it drop? Today? Because if it was today, I don't think I've seen it. Let me turn this music off. Wait, it's an hour and 46 minutes long? The video's an hour and 46 minutes long, is that right? If your name is Denise and live in Germany, yes, you can make money off fingerboarding. Yeah, I mean, you got to think Black River when it comes to, like, when you compare Black River to another smaller company, right? Like, of course, Black River is going to be, you could arguably say that they're making a living off Black River because, yeah, it's such a huge company, and arguably bigger than. And I say this subjectively because it's not saying, oh, they're a bigger, better company, but just how do I word this? But it's just, I think like as companies get bigger and larger, they scale up and they're able to, like even Dynamic, I'm sure they're doing well. I don't want to pocket watch anyone, but I'm sure they're not having issues paying the bills. So I think like as you scale your company up, I think that just comes with it. Any tips for clean grip job when putting it on and filing it? Yeah, just pick a nice angle. You know what I mean? You don't want to go straight down because it'll be too over. But if you don't want to go too this way, like too sideways, because then it'll like leave too much of the top showing. So just find like a nice angle, and you want to use like a new file if you can. Like I switch out my files every like 2-3 weeks because when they start getting dull, it just pulls on the tape as opposed to cutting it. Then it just looks weird. It's a long video. It's a good yap. I'll start it. I don't know if I'm going to finish a 2-hour video right now, but what's good about long videos is you could start them and then like finish tomorrow and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Let's turn it up a little bit. Most of us aren't going to set foot on Mars. All right, make sure to like the video. Why does it say subscribe? I'm already subscribed to Mint. Oh, your YouTube too. Let me subscribe to you.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to, I guess,
dude, he did it. He did the intro.
I'm here with.
What's up, guys? Mint FB here.
Hella slept on YouTuber in the scene, in my opinion, and I'm really excited for the video today. If you want to introduce yourself, say what you do on your channel a little bit and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I kind of do the same thing as Mint.
Kind of the same thing as Mint.
Casual unboxings or reviews.
Casual unboxing.
No editing, low effort. So yeah, kind of the same thing. I just do whatever I want. Film
all right, guys. Let me lower it just a little bit so we can watch it, but we can also do this. It was a long one, but a good watch. Hell yeah. All right, I'm stoked. We'll watch it in the background. And then, okay, let's talk about, okay, so what am I using on the Tech Deck truck? Am I using where it goes into the base plate? Or am I using the part with the wheel, or where the wheel screws onto? Nixon. Was that your name? That's my son's name. The Axle. All right, sweet. Let's dive in.
Excited to go through some of the products.
Wait, before I go any further, who's watched this video for the tier list? Do you actually put people like on D? And why is there no F tier? Like, I know that can get kind of messy, but like, for the sake of being like totally honest and fair in the video, like, would you want to have an F tier? You know what I mean? Do you put anyone on D? Because that would be crazy. You'd be surprised how many sensitive people like take that to heart. So I'd be surprised if you put anyone on D that they're not like worried about it. I don't want to skip ahead. All right, we're just gonna keep watching. Any hobbies besides fingerboarding? It's tough because like, hold on, I'm doing this truck. I don't. What am I doing this right? Like I do I just jam it in there and circle it around, or what am I doing here? Yeah, listen to Maradona. Yeah, I was gonna say that I do I still play a lot of music. Like I still play my guitar pretty much every single day. Quite a bit. Okay. Well. Okay, I see the vision. I see the vision. So I'm doing this.
For sure.
And one is tiering D tier. Oh wow. Okay. Because if you gave everybody like S tier, A tier, B tier, and like no one's at the bottom, like you know. Okay. I don't know if I'm 100% doing this right. Okay, so here's what we got. I'm doing this, right? I think that I'm trying to go side to side, so it kind of gets the side. I'm pushing in, going around, right? But it's not like, well, maybe it is. It's not really clearing out the grip. I feel like it's just making a indent. Where the hell is my toothpick?
Yeah, let's start with deck companies. Let's do it. Yeah, let's start with the bang. I'm just gonna drag it into B just for now, just placeholder. Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of coming off. All right, I see.
So I'll let you talk about this one. I will say the art on these is
dumb one. Okay, let's turn it up. What do you think about dumb one?
Go for it. Perfect, man. Like perfect way to start. I think dumb one's art is like one of the best in the game. I feel like he doesn't drop as often as other companies, but whenever he does, I feel like he does a decent.
You know what? I see the vision. It's happening. It is coming off. I don't think it was as quickly as the Dremel. Why do I keep using that? Losing the toothpick.
But I feel like he's consistent enough to make them available enough that they're not like achieving those like super high prices either. And the decks are immaculate. I think it's really clever. I think he was the first one.
Twist and turn.
Personally, to do like the
well, applying pressure. Okay.
When it was made. Like I personally had never seen it.
Did that.
Yeah, it's really sick. So you know exactly when your deck was made, or at least like finished or whatever. I've had nothing but high quality decks. I think
I like it. I see the vision. I don't know if I like it more than the Dremel. We'll keep going though, because it's almost there.
The quality's up there. I'd have to say.
Happy for it. Yeah, heck yeah. Just a chill stream. Yeah, I had no plans. Right now we're testing out ways to make holes in your grip. Oh, damn. Never mind. I think that I kind of like this a little bit better than the Dremel.
Honestly, from what outsider's view, not having tried it, strictly on art and what I can see from quality on like photos and stuff I see on Instagram, I can agree with that. I think it's good. Obviously, I'll have to try one at some point, but yeah, so far, okay, we're off to a good start with dumb one.
For sure. Good start. And let's try one that
did Mint say? So Mint tried dumb one. Other homie hasn't, and they rated it S tier. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm seeing the vision.
In your thoughts on this one, because I don't know anything about Pivot.
So Pivot has two molds. They have a medium and a
Okay.
low.
Okay. So here we go with the tech deck hole. So these here were done by a Dremel. This was done by the tech deck tool. Is that user error? Should it look that gaping? Wait, why did I say that? Maybe not gaping is not the word. Should it be that big? Should it be that widespread? It doesn't look terrible, but I almost feel like, I don't know. I almost feel like that's a little too much. I like this. Like this, I could live with this. I don't know about that. Maybe you rotate a little too much. Okay. So maybe that was my fault. All right. My fault. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. Holy shit, did I get it first try? Yeah. All right, here we go. We're doing it once more. And I will try and not, like, I'll try and spin downward and not so much like sideways. Why am I watching this fucking ad? Oh, you know what? Let me watch the ads. I'm trying to get. I'm trying. I see the vision. I'm trying to get Mint paid, so I'll watch the ads. If you support a creator, watch the ad. At least a little bit. You want them to help them get their paper, so I'll watch the ads. Shout out, Mint. You know what? That was definitely user error. I think I was like rotating it weird, and it made the hole bigger because I just did this one, and it looks way better. It looks way, way better. Make a catfish pod. Honestly, I've tried. Shout out Yana. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, doing the pod is definitely not for everybody. Some people feel comfortable with it, others don't, and unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles. I would love to do a catfish pod, but I've tried, and last thing I want to do is bug anyone or pressure anyone to be on the pod. And having said that, offers on the table for the catfish pod, but at the moment, it doesn't seem like that's something that they want to do, which is, again, totally fine. I would love to have catfish on the pod, but I would want them to want to be on the pod. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, beg someone to be on the pod, nothing like that. Like, so I don't know. Okay. I think we're going to try the hole punch. I think this is a good one. Okay, where's the grip? I think we're going to try the hole punch. Lance Mountain on your pod. You never know. You never know what we got cooking up. All right. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Because, okay, hold on. Let me think this through. I'm trying to think how would I know where to punch the holes? Okay, this is probably not going to work, but what if I put the grip on the board, so not sticking it down, but just hold it in place like this? So what if I just put it like this and then just poke something through to make... Okay, I'm going to try that. I don't know if that's going to work. No, it's moving too much. Hold on, let me see. Definitely not. Definitely not. It's moving too much. How can I do that, guys? Someone tell me. Yeah, this is split ply. This is by TP Decks. It's beautiful. I love these. I love these decks. You think fingerboarders should do more live streams? It's whatever people are comfortable doing. Some people are really comfortable in front of the camera. Some people are not, and that's just, it is what it is. I would personally love to see more fingerboarders go live, because I like hanging out in people's lives, just watching them battle tricks and stuff. No, use a steel hole punch. That's what this is, no? Coming from Oregon to Shredder Mania, that is so sick.
No way, that's
Very taste in music from what I've seen in the vlogs. Okay, it's funny that you bring that up, because I was talking about this with Jake. So I always talk about liking Selena Carpenter and Taylor Swift and stuff like that. To be fair, I'm not kidding. I actually listen to a lot of Sabrina Carpenter, a lot of Taylor Swift, even a lot of Justin Bieber. I don't know. I was hyped for Biebercella. I didn't go, obviously, but I stood up till 11:30 at night and watched his entire set. It was ass, by the way, but I stood up and I watched it. But that's what I listen to. I can definitely listen to that. I also like a lot of hip hop stuff, a lot of rap stuff. If we're talking bands, I love a band called Movements from Orange County, California. I listen to them a lot when I'm editing. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do this, guys. I listen to them a lot when I'm editing. I don't know how to do this, guys. I don't know how to, like, how do I punch the holes and make sure that they're, come on, this can't be that complicated. Do you have a pen? Would a pen work? Oh, look at this. This is crazy. Oh, shout out that guy. Do I like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Green Day? Not really. I would. So my favorite band of all time. Does anyone in the chat know who my favorite band of all time is? I've talked about it before, and if anyone knows, that's going to be like total just make my night. I feel like somebody in the chat should know who my all-time favorite band is. That does look kind of sketch. Yes, Blink-182, 100%. I'm a huge Blink fan. I love Blink-182. That is like my all-time favorite band. So much so that like I've legit missed school to go to Target and buy their album when it came out. Like, I'm a huge Blink fan. I love Blink-182. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, guys. Favorite Blink album? That's a good question. Hold on, I'll go back to that. So, like, I like, when I say I like all types of music, I'm not kidding. I can literally listen to country music. I can listen to like hard like rap. I can listen to like radio stuff. But yeah, I like right now I'm listening to a band called Movements a lot. Like a lot. When will Collier restock? I don't know. Not soon. Cody, I played with you before I was in I Shot the Sheriff. Dude, that name sounds super familiar. We played tons of shows around LA, and I feel like that name sounds familiar. Oh, Boxcar Racer or plus 44? That's a good question. I'm going to say Boxcar Racer. Guys, I maybe I'm just not understanding this, but I don't understand how I'm supposed to poke this damn hole. Because I want them to line up. Am I overthinking it? Like, what? Why the hell is it not making sense to me? MXPX, dude, that's funny you say that. Okay, how do I say this? I can appreciate MXPX, but I wasn't a fan of MXPX. Like the music was a little, I don't know, it just wasn't really for me. And then someone asked about Green Day. Same thing. Like, I can appreciate Green Day. But yeah, I would never sit down and say, oh, let's put on Green Day. Like, that's just not for me. In the sense, like, yeah, I wouldn't just put them on. But if they are on, or if they were playing, or if I had the opportunity to see them live, like, I 100% would. But yeah. What's the holdup on putting on the first and sanding the edges off? Well, okay, so the holdup is this. I'm trying different ways to put on the grip. So I've already done here. Let's see. I've already done Dremel. So this I put on the grip and I sanded it off. I did Dremels. That's fine. I used the Tech Deck tool, and I don't think those are as clean as I would like. So now what I'm trying to do is I want to poke a hole in the grip. Watch. Let me do the corner. Let me do the corner. So then this way you can see how clean it is. I have a fit. Look at how clean that is. Look at that. How do I get those holes though where they should be? That's the how do I, so if I stick it on, how do I, just piss me off, bro. Gotta crack a cold one. Don't worry, no caffeine, no sugar. All right. I'm totally missing this video. Let me go back. Okay, so S tier, they have dumb one. I can't read the logo of the second on A tier. Yeah, can't really read that. B tier, they have Cryptic Collective and Beef Sticks. Okay. Okay. Is Collier on this list? It should be. It should be.
Give him like a lower B. We can move this to the right later on, but a
For
lower
sure.
B for beef sticks, and he makes fingerboard parts that are like insane, like
beef sticks.
Level of,
yeah,
So
he makes really good parts. All right, load that again.
You can name it. Like, he'll make anything.
crazy.
To flip the board upside down and punch it, or will it crush the hole itself? I don't know if it'll.
Shout out the local brands for real.
I don't know if it would.
So that's gonna be a low B.
Yeah, no, that's not. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't think that'll work.
Ooh, whichever one. I'll follow your
No, because I
There's
think
no wrong way to do it. As long as it's a deck company.
I'm gonna give one
no,
to you.
because this base part is super wide, so I wouldn't know if I'm right over the hole.
My God.
How do I do this? Oh, wait. How did I not? This is ridiculous. If I just put the grip down, like so, put the board on top, hold the board down, I can use this little toothpick to essentially poke the grip and make like a little indent. How did I not think about this? Well, hold on. Let's see if it works. This might be it, guys. Favorite Blink album. Okay. This is tough. I'm going to narrow it down, and then I'm going to give some reasons, and then I'll tell you, okay? I think the self-titled album is definitely up there. Unpopular opinion, but I think Neighborhoods is also up there. I think Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is up there. By the way, that worked out insanely good. I highly doubt you can see it, but there's little, yeah, you probably can't see it, but there's indents. So now let me try and do this while we're talking.
And I feel like Curly Fingers, shout out Curly Fingers if any of you guys have watched his channel. I feel like he was probably the first to really blast it out and say, this dude's decks are like on another level and you guys need to take it seriously.
I'm trying to get them straight, guys. But
which is always a good sign. Like whether you guys like flat face or not, it's a good sign.
Damn. Okay. So Neighborhoods, self-titled, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
The craftsmanship is just so high that I can't put him anywhere but S. But he started recently.
Am I missing anything after Neighborhoods? I know they have their new album. I know they have the new album.
Right now, I could see people.
But why do I feel like I'm missing something? These are not straight, guys. I'm gonna keep going, but these are not straight.
But it's limited graphic-wise. But if you guys like
Escape the Fate, Craig or Ronnie, 100% Ronnie. 100% Ronnie. You know what's so funny? Okay, so quick story time. I had a girlfriend when I was in high school who lived in Las Vegas, and even though we were in high school, I don't know what our parents were thinking, but I was able to go out there and like spend a lot of time with her, and like we hung out and stuff. And she was friends with people. I forget. It's been so long, but she was friends with like people who knew the Escape the Fate guys because they're from Las Vegas. And I remember she took me to a show that was in the back of a market. Hold on. It was in the back of a supermarket. I have no idea the dates. I have no idea I just know that we went to a supermarket and we went to the back, like where the loading docks are, and there was like a small door, and it was almost like a random room, like in the back of a market. And apparently they did like all ages shows there. And I ended up seeing, these holes are so fucked. I could not have made them more fucked, but we're rolling with it. I went in, and I remember her introducing me to some girl, and she's like, oh yeah, like this is my friend, like fuck, it's been so long I don't even remember, but it was something like this is so and so, and like her brother's playing, and they're opening up for like a local band who's like really like getting really big. And then that night is the first time I ever saw Escape the Fate. And I ended up meeting them that night, and I bought a shirt from them. I still have the shirt. It's somewhere here in storage, but it has like a plane, and it has people falling out of the plane. It says Escape the Fate. And God, these holes fucking suck. I'm an idiot. Right after I saw them at this place, they ended up playing a festival that was big in Vegas. They got selected to play, and they played, and right after that, no joke, they blew up, and they were on Epitaph. And I remember we met them at that show, because I remember we bought tickets and we had went. And we met them, and I remember they were super cool dudes, including Ronnie and Max and Omar, and all those guys were super cool. And then once they came to when they put out right before they put out their album on Epitaph, I think it's called Dinah's Your Latest Fashion. They played out here at the Knitting Factory in Hollywood, and we went and we saw Escape the Fate and Vanna. If anyone remembers a band called Vanna, we saw Escape the Fate and Vanna for $10 at the Knitting Factory, and there was maybe like 20 people there. And I remember we're standing right in front of the stage, and my friend that was with me, like people were pushing them into the stage, and the stage of the Knitting Factory was only like the side stage was only like 2 feet high, and so Ronnie was standing in front of us, and the homie was being pushed from the back, and his face went straight into Ronnie's crotch. Which, if you know anything about early Escape the Fate, they wore super tight pants, and before they got like kind of glamorous, and so like Ronnie's bush was just hanging out the top of the pants, and the homie's face was just, oh man, he had Ronnie meat just all in his face. Good show though, good show. Here's an update on those holes. They may look decent, but I'm telling you right now that they're gonna be ass. They're gonna be ass. R.I.P. Chain, I know, bro. I've actually played Chain Reaction a couple times. Oh, what? If you were in local bands, you probably played Chain too. This is not going to go on well. I can. God, I can't believe I messed this up so bad. Favorite JB song? Damn, that's a good one. I really like. I don't know. I honest to God don't know if I can give you a favorite JB song. Like there's legit a lot of Justin Bieber songs that I really fuck with. Hold on, I'm trying to get these holes. Hold on. Come on, guys. Hold on, guys. Come the fuck on. This fucking sucks. I suck. Favorite Miley song? Oh, it's not looking straight because one of the holes is completely fucking off. Favorite Miley song? Damn. Definitely something off Bangers. Definitely something off Bangers. Like, oh, you know what? She did a cover. This isn't a Miley song. I don't know if this counts. But she did a cover with Ariana Grande. I forget the song, dude. I'm so bad with names. But she did if you go to YouTube and type in Miley Cyrus Ariana Grande cover, she did like an acoustic cover, and that song is just beautiful. I love that they covered that song. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get with these fucking holes. Yeah, hey now, the dreams are over. Hey now, and it's in between us. Yeah, I love that fucking cover. Yeah, these holes are so fucking cooked, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put it on, and we're just gonna see where we're at with it, okay? Justin Bieber, though, if I had to pick a song, fucking. I know this is cliche, but that slow one he did with Benny Blanco. If I had it all, nobody to call, would you even know me? I forget what that song is called. Yeah, these holes are fucked, guys. The holes came out good, but honestly, I don't know how I overshot the holes so bad. I'm just going to put it on, and you guys can be the judge. But then the other one that's like, my mama don't like you, but she likes everyone. And I never learned to admit that I was wrong. I'm so caught up with my job, didn't see what's going. That's a good JB song. Fucking Boyfriend's a good JB song. Say hello to falsetto in 3, 2. Everything you want. Hey girl, let me talk to you. If I was your boyfriend, that's a good one. Where Are You Now is a good one. Sorry is a good one. Okay, hear me out when it comes to these holes. This is probably the way to go because this arguably made the cleanest grip holes, but getting them perfect to line up, I failed you. I failed you, chat.
That's the thing with these companies.
Okay, where we at with this video?
Pitch away from like.
Hold on, let me pause this. Look at this. Look at this. They're not. Some of them are spot on, and then some of them are like insanely off. I'm sorry, guys. What the hell is that? I'm sorry, I failed you, chat. See, like the top two over there are nice, and then the rest are just buns. The rest are buns. All right. I think that ends the grip tape saga. So here's my final conclusion. Cover your fucking bolts, okay? Way easier, way more aesthetic. All right, cover the bolts, unless you're using Cleveland bolt coal bolts, because then you should show them. All right. Well, that concludes the grip tape portion of this live. Pyrodex, right? Pyrodex. I have tried Pyrodex. They only have one at the time. They only had one mold, and it was too high for me. So it's hard for me to like judge it because I never fully used it. But I know that David is he's very picky in a good way when it comes to the products he chooses to put out and stamp the Pyro name on. Like, I can tell you this, if Pyro drops a product, it's going to be, even if you're not into the shape or not into the mold or whatever the fuck, right? It's still going to be a top tier product because you can expect nothing less from David. That's the type of dude he is. Like, he's a solid fucking business guy. So, like, obviously I'm friends with David, but like on a business level, we've always done really good business together. Anytime there's been any sort of like business to be discussed, you know what I mean? Like, it's always solid. Pyro's always like taking care of the team and stuff like that. So I don't know. What's a good FB deck brand I could try? I think saying Collier I feel like is expected because that's who I ride for. Which, by the way, Collier decks are great. You should definitely check out a Collier deck. But honestly, there's so many good brands. Fuck, there's so many good deck brands. So again, I ride for Collier. Definitely check out a Collier deck. But if we're just putting sponsors to the side at the moment, fuck, I feel like it's slipping my mind. Which county's Spellcaster is based out of LA. ET is a master of his craft. Those boards are so good. I have one right here. This is a witch board. It's upside down. I will not. I refuse. I'm not really a collector. So like if I get stuff that I'm really not going to use, I have no problem selling it, trading it, whatever. Like it depends on the item, right? Like if someone gifts me stuff, I usually like will save the gifts because no one wants to fucking trade away a gift. But like if someone says, hey, like I'll send you a deck, can you do like a video review or something? In my eyes, that's like my video is essentially like payment for the product, so therefore it's mine, and I feel good doing whatever I want with it after. But something like this, EP gave this to me, and to be fair, he didn't give it to me to make a video or anything. He literally just blessed me with it, and I will not let go of this deck because it is that good. Slush Cult does DK decks, like they're Slush Cult, but like they're made by DK. And I think they're like $10 cheaper than your average $40 board. I could be wrong on that price point, but these are really good too. So this is just the graphic, but Slush Cold DK. These are like, I want to say 30. I could be wrong, guys. My bad. But the Slush Cold DK boards, super duper solid. Someone said get a Grom board better than Teak. I've tried a lot of budget boards because that's kind of like what I started my whole YouTube on, was like trying to find budget friendly options. In my personal opinion, the Slush Cult Grom boards are where you're going to get your money's worth. I think that it would be stupid to try and convince anyone that like some of the products aren't the same on every single budget board, right? I will tell you this though. Anytime there's a new truck or wheel available that's like a budget thing, Slush, Clay, make sure that that is on the next set of Groms. So you're always going to get like the most upgraded budget stuff. And I think that I think a lot of companies don't really, how do I say this without sounding rude? Like, they don't really give a shit when it comes to like the graphics on those boards because, or sometimes they're just blank. But I feel like Clay really puts a lot of effort into making the graphics cool on Grom boards. So that way, even though you're writing a budget board, which, you know, no problem, but some people kind of see it as like, oh, it's a budget board. But like you're still getting a super solid Slush graphic. Like he puts a lot of care into those. So if I was going to do a budget board, I always pick Grom boards. That's the way it is. Another deck that I keep in my collection that because I just love the way they feel. And it's unfortunate because I don't think Awful does this mold anymore. But this is a board that I used to ride. I rode the shit out of it when I was on Awful. It's his Dylan's low shape. And it's a shame because I don't think he does this low anymore. And it's crazy that he doesn't do it anymore because this right here was, I'm not kidding, this was top 3 boards I've ever seshed when it comes to low boards that tippy top. I don't know if he makes it anymore. It's been a minute since I've tried an Awful board, but this low shape is solid. So yeah, Witch County, Mild makes great boards. Mild's out of Colorado. Who else does really, really, really good boards? Manny, he's another content creator. He does a brand called Dungeon Crawl. He's like super, super big on like putting out top tier products. And Dungeon Crawl boards are really nice. Really nice. Kim's is budget. I'd pick a better board. Kim's is budget. I don't know if I'd consider Kim's a budget brand. Do they have like budget boards? Do I watch The Office? Honestly, I really don't. I never have. I've seen some of the memes or like people have shown me like funny clips and stuff, but it's just never real quality. Yeah, JoJo from December, dude. That's what I mean. Like, there's too many. That's why it's a tough question when people say like, you know, what board should I try? It's tough because then it's like you forget so many people. Like JoJo from December is like, I don't know, if you want good fingerboard content, like really, really good fingerboard content, go check out I don't even know the name. Someone, if anyone knows the name of his YouTube, put it in there. I know his brand is called December Fingerboards, but he's super sweet. He was actually on the Big Spin for a mini pod, and it's so funny. If you go back and listen to his mini pod, you'll notice that Ollie from Black River is hosting the mini pod. That was not planned at all. Like, Jake was supposed to sit down and have a mini pod with JoJo. And right when we started recording, like the moment we hit record, Ollie ran over and sat down and just started doing the intro. And so Jake and I just, or Jake, I kind of nudged Jake and I was like, yo, just give him the questions. And so I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can see, or it may have been cut out, but you can see where Jake walks over and hands Ollie the little list of questions, and Ollie did that entire interview on the fly. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, someone said G16 or G15 deck. Yeah, like I think I showed it earlier, but I have a flat face deck. See, it's another thing. Like flat face makes awesome boards. And honestly, I think even though I prefer lower mold boards, when you first start fingerboarding, a lot of people are more drawn towards like higher mold boards. And the G16 is a perfect place to start if you're looking for a pro board. Look at that. Cool little graphic there. Shout out Mike sending me this board. But yeah, there's so many. Like, and let me do this. There's like 39 of us in the room right now. If you know of a good deck brand, put it in the comments, because there may be someone in the comments or like in the live that may have never heard of a certain brand. So just comment those brands. You know what I mean? Don't just take my word for it. You know what I mean? Because there's so many, and I'm gonna feel bad later because I'm gonna think, yes, like Loon Decks, Christian makes solid decks based out of, I think, Oceanside or San Diego, but dude is super duper solid. Favorite deck size is 34 millimeters. Yeah, right. So Sticky Art said that Slush Gold graphics are cooler in his opinion, and I agree. Like, I think that in a world of like where like everyone's dropping budget boards and they're all relatively the same cost, I feel like what's there to kind of separate them, but something like the aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, if everyone's just going to give you a plastic wheel with bearings, which is cool. If everyone's going to give you 2 pieces of grip, if everyone's going to give you, you know, metal trucks, bearing wheels, lock nuts, you like, it's like, how can anyone say like, oh, this is better? Because in reality, a lot of that stuff is the same. So I think with ground boards, it's more so that there's a lot that go into the graphics. It's not just any fucking board, any graphic on the board. Like, you only can get certain like graphics on Grom. So it's like, in that aspect, I just think that it's the better way to go. Rise is good. See what I mean? Like, there's so many, dude. And listen, I'm sorry if I missed anyone's when I'm yapping. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. What's good? Yo, what is good? What is up? All right, let's check out where we are in this video. So in the background, I'm watching the Mint video with Faint FB, and they did a ratings, BRT or dynamic. It's really going to depend on what you like most. Like, I have dynamic setup, and I have BR setup or BRT setup, and I feel if you know me, and I'm talking like if you really like hang out with me and stuff, you'll know that I go through like 2 weeks of only session dynamics, and I only reach for my dynamic boards. And then one day, like, I'll just pick up a BRT board, and then a month of just only BRTs. And then it's like, so when people ask like BRT or dynamic, like, it's tough because it's like they're both solid. So like, how do you just pick one? You know what I mean? Peak FB. I've only tried Peak wheels. I don't know if I've tried Peak decks. Nosco is good. Oh, you know what? I think Slushgo's doing a drop with them. Okay. Let's see. All right, here's what we have. We're about 20 minutes in. Which county is S tier? 100%. Dumb one is S tier. I've never tried a dumb one, so that was up in the air for me. Alphod. Not sure if I'm even saying that right, but never tried their decks. And to be fair, I'm not saying that they're bad. I just, even dumb one, I just never tried their deck, so I personally can't list them anywhere because I would be going off nothing. But yeah, Witch, S tier. Nosco is A tier. I haven't tried their decks, but if they're in Slush, they got to be doing something right. I don't know how to pronounce that other one that's in there. Maybe it's just a logo, but I can't read that. Cryptic Collective, shout out Zach. He's going to be on the pod soon. I have tried Cryptic boards, and I think they are super duper solid. They have them on B tier, and then Beef Sticks. They have them on B tier. I've tried the boards. I've tried the parks. Love them. Let's keep going.
It's so close. Controversial one.
Oh shit. This is where we live or die. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna. Okay, right now they're talking about Calply, and they say it's a controversial one. Controversial because I think Calply has been around forever. Shout out John. He's done so much for so many people in the fingerboard community. But I think that there's a huge conversation around the quality of Calply decks. I think that's always kind of existed. And there's like people that put Calply up on a huge pedestal, which is sick because, again, John's a fucking rad person. But then when you look at just the decks, there's people that like really feel like Calply is like way overhyped, and just so I'm curious to see where they stack Calply on this list. So let's watch.
All right. Do you want to lead on this one or me? I'm fine with either way.
I usually go Black River Trucks. Cody, yeah. Right now, I'm big on Black River Trucks right now. Like, I'm on a huge Black River push right now. current board setup.
Like, it's really creative.
Current board setup is going to be. Sorry, I keep doing the millennial hand thing, guys. If not, the autofocus will get all weird. But I'm currently I have a lot of current setups, but this is the one that I'm really focused on right now. This is a 34 millimeter Collier deck in the rule shape. It's going to be chrome BRTs with rattlers from Slush Cult. We got that tape grip, and then I don't know if it's going to focus on them, but those are my professional pro pyro wheels. The Thick Boy graphic that just came out. What is that? Pyro Pro wheels. What are the most appropriate trucks and wheels for a knife deck? Honestly, I don't have much experience with knife decks, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Congrats on the wheel. Thank you so much. I really am stoked on them. Do you have the barrier with the pole jam in it you got at the 24-hour stream? If I could turn my camera and show you the amount of obstacles in here, you would. Most people, when they first walk into my garage, are like, holy shit. I have tons of obstacles that I've been given at events and stuff like that. I probably have it somewhere here, but I have like a whole shelf filled with obstacles, 2 totes, a tote down here, and then a box over here. So I probably have it. I don't 100% know exactly where it's at the moment. I think someone asked if I had that deck that they gave me at Boards by the Beach with the Prime logo. Are you still in here? If so, I think I know where that board's at, and I can show you that. Civil made. I've tried a civil made board. They're really good. They come from the Philippines. They're really, really good. Double joint, I've never tried. Sup, Chris? Yo, what is up? All right, yo, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out.
It's not, you don't see anything like it. Yeah. That's the thing. Now, in terms of the boards, let's
hear this Cal Ply take.
A downfall, just like, it's so hit or miss. Like, I had a Cal Ply recently, and I got lucky. It was a good one. Even then, even though it was a good one, the countersinks weren't perfect. Like,
maybe time to make an inventory to rediscover some good stuff. Dude, I think about that all the time. I was telling my wife I should do a long form video for YouTube where like I find like the oldest obstacles in my collection. When I first started fingerboarding, I ordered an obstacle from Tiny Ramps before Tiny Ramps was like massive, like, and they're known for all their SLS parks. I ordered from them on Etsy, and I customized like a stair set with the out ledge. And dude, I thought I lost that thing. And then 3 years later, I just find it buried. And so, yeah, no, I think about doing that all the time. Got the Cal Ply and flat face collab. I love it. Perfect. Let's see what they say about
like
Cal
our
Ply.
S tiers that we have currently. Nowhere near as good.
Obstacle, or let me just mute it. We'll watch it because we're trying to get the homies paid. But let's see. Have a good night. Don't make an inventory. Hell yeah. Any tips for nollie and switch trays? Believe it or not, switch trays are actually. I'm gonna say this and then not be able to do it because I'm sitting down. But switch trays, I feel like are. God. I'm about to say, the switch trays I feel like are easier than the land one. For the record, this table is like chest height, and so it kind of feels weird, but anyways, switch trays I think are there you go. Perfect. I think switch trays are my favorite of the two. Only because they usually are much easier. You don't want to do them sitting down. But nollie trays, I feel like that was a 540. But I feel like nollie trays are not as consistent for me. Whatever, dude. We're going to have to stand up at the end and do like a full sesh. Because this is kind of ass sitting down. I feel like I'm not landing anything. Okay. Why is there no? What happened to the volume?
Yeah.
It kind of mid.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Probably even below mid.
Yo, Ruli, what is up?
Yeah. I want to say.
The
I have
timing.
so much
I think
trouble.
The timing of
I
this
have to
video too
pick
is
the
important.
nose.
Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
know that it seems like
What? Something
the
in my nose?
quality took a ginormous dip after the Black Friday sale this past year.
I have some trouble making
So
mine.
I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but there's.
I have
definitely
tried the
quality
Joy
issue
Indie
there,
trucks.
regardless of what
I
people
do
wanna
enjoy
know,
them.
or even just
They're
the
a tad
customer
high,
service
so
aspect, too.
I don't
Like,
daily
people
drive
getting
them,
wrong orders
but they're
and
solid.
yelling back about it and stuff like that. So,
They're
yeah.
solid. They're really
I like
solid.
upside down graphics.
And they're like solid right
Yeah,
out of the
that's
package
true.
too. You
Like,
don't even need
upside
to like
down
change the
graphics,
tuning or
man.
anything.
I love the C2 mold. That shit's so nostalgic for me. There's a reason
Honestly,
why
I feel like I sesh
chose
better
the
standing up.
C2 mold for,
So like
like,
right
a
now,
while there.
sitting down, like this is,
Molds, I know.
I don't know, it's kind of
Sure, I
awkward
personally
position to
tried
session
several
because this is like chest
I
height.
still ride
So
some
my
of those days.
elbow's kind of up, so I'm not really used to I'm not really used to seshing with my arm so high, but I typically sesh better standing up. I'm not really a desk edit kind of guy.
We're being honest. This is all.
Yeah, we're being honest. Raw and real admins.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Try it.
Oh, you had to pick the nose, right? That was who was that? That was what kind of thing? That was why can't I think of his fucking name?
Yep.
But everything combined,
The homie from Sorry. I can't believe I'm spacing on his name. Tiny Hawk. Yeah, to pick the nose. He's all, you got to pick the nose, Chris. You got to pick the nose. He makes it look so easy in the video, but doing the whole pick the nose, I don't know. That doesn't really work for me. Yeah, I can't really pick the nose. Let's do some tricks. Give me some flat ground tricks to do. And go easy on me. I'm sitting down at the desk, but I feel like I kind of want to fingerboard a little bit.
Frick, dude. I feel like we've got some heaters in this list because there's a lot.
They put
of
Cowplay on
companies we
C.
didn't put on here. Like, no offense to any of the companies we didn't put on here. We just didn't have enough space, enough time. But man, Blink is probably the single most unique board I have ever tried, and it's because of his
Cowplay at
real
C.
life to scale.
Now they're doing Blink. That's sick. I've never tried a Blink deck. I've only ever tried a Blink obstacle.
Super snappy. They're unlike anything in the scene that I've personally tried.
I pay attention to the videos. Yo, Kyle, thank you. That's sick. Okay, hard flip. No, I got like. I feel like awkward with my. All right, I'm taking that hard flip. Cowplay low-key fell off. Hey, man. Backside hard flip? I don't know. Are you talking about maybe like a ghetto bird? Maybe? All right. Hospital flip. I'll try it like 5 times. I was saying this the other day. I suck at hospital flips. And I feel like in theory, I should be good at hospital flips because I have nollie heel. Ooh, I'll try it. Even though I'm sitting down, I'll try it. Front big. Nollie late flip. Okay, some of the harder ones, I'll try like 5 times. I'm not going to battle the tricks. But hospital flip, I feel like in theory, I should be able to do it because I feel like my kick flip is pretty solid. But 5 tries on the hospital flip. Ooh. Oh, bro, that was... I can't take that, though. Look at the fingers. But, hey, man. No, look at the fingers. Okay. We'll come back to the hospital flip, but there you go. What was next? Nollie heel. Same thing. Oh, dude, this feels brutal sitting down. No. Should I stand up? I want to stand up. This is brutal. All right, I give up. I wanted to fingerboard, and now I'm just like, no, I don't want to fingerboard. Dolphin flip. That's crazy. No, it's kind of nollie healing. Or not nollie healing. Varial heal. That was kind of it. It's just like a varial, like a vertical varial, right? No. That was kind of more varial heal. Remember what Ramon said about land? I know, right? When you stand up. So yeah, that definitely didn't count. Yo, from the Philippines, what is up? Any advice on flipping into grinds? Not really. I would say just practice on something low. Like this is like the perfect ledge that I kind of practice on because it's really low. Like you can see, it's about the height of a fingerboard, and so it's just easy to kind of, you know what I mean, get into grinds and stuff like that. So let's see. Oh, it's terrible. Dude. There we go. I may have to do... Yo, shout out from Thailand. What is up? Flipping out of grinds, especially nollie. No, you know what? For me... God, I hate that I'm sitting down. I'm like going to try the trick and not do it. But for me, I feel like if I'm going to nollie flip out of something, I have to have my finger... Like, when I do normal nollies, I feel like my finger is almost all the way to the edge of the board. Like so. My back finger, where I flick with. But I feel like when I'm doing it like out of a grind, I almost have to have my finger like at the edge of the back, like the back of the board. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I feel like if my fingers are too close, the board doesn't like it like over flips or it just flips weird. But I feel like if I have my fingers pretty wide, I feel like I can get the board to kind of float. Where's Jake? So sketchy. I know. Where is Jake? I don't know where Jake is. Should we call him? Discuss. I consider a regular ghetto bird a hard flip. Wait, front side. I thought it was a late back 180. Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? No, it's not late front 180, is it? No, because that would almost be like a front big spin. I think you mean late backside 180. Yeah, it's definitely not front side. Now you got me second guessing myself. It's definitely not front side. It's controversial, I know. Let's ask Google. What is a ghetto bird on a skateboard? Yeah, ghetto bird is a nollie hard flip late backside 180 or nollie hard flip backside revert. I think if what you're asking is like ghetto bird only in the nollie stance, I think we talked about this on the pod. I would say no. I think skateboarding's evolved enough to where like I think any hard flip variation with a late backside 180 or like a late backside revert, I think I would feel comfortable calling it a ghetto bird. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's controversial because yeah, there's so many people. You know who you got to ask about this? You got to ask Hunk. Hunk will get into it with people. Me, I'm just kind of like, it's called that? No, it's not. Okay, whatever. But Hunk will like look up videos and fucking pull up the archives and switch hard flip. Late front side 180. Let's see. Switch hard flip late variant. You messaged Hunk and he agreed that it's No, I'm telling you, I don't think it's front side. I think in every stance except for nollie. I think except for nollie it's backwards, but if you do it switch. So switch hard flip. If you go front side, bro, that's just a front. That's just like a front big. Because that's front side. So if you do a switch hard flip and go backside, I don't know. I don't. Now you're gonna make me call Hunk. Now you're gonna make me call Hunk, bro. Who's Rad Rat? Is that like a YouTuber? Rad Rat, are you that it was a broken down front side big spin flip? No, I don't know. I feel like that's rage bait. Yo, what is up? The homie from overseas popped in. He's a YouTuber. Homie from overseas popped in. Yo, how are you? It's been so long. Yo, I don't know if you can. I know you mentioned that you don't speak English. I don't know if you can. Someone will translate this for you, but bro, your tutorials about the. Let me just show it. Let me just show it and see if. Let's see. 1 second. Side quest. Side quest. There you go. These are like the best tutorials. I feel like if you've never seen this dude fingerboard, go and look this dude up. Dude is an absolute beast and so good. So good. Like just look at this. Like I just feel like it's explained so well. I love it. So good. But yeah, that was a quick little side quest. Yes, he's the dude that shreds. Yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you again and just getting to know you. Seriously, dude, look at. I met this dude in Germany, the sweetest dude, and also, just like he rips online, he rips in person. Can you see that? Is it all washed out? Yeah, I love that dude. All right, let's get back to it. What were we talking about? Ghetto birds. Definitely not late front. Yeah, definitely not front. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's not front side. The whole argument of if it has to be nollie to be considered a ghetto bird is up in the air, whatever. But I'm gonna go on record and say it is not a late front side. Oh, you know what? We're gonna come back to this video. Who'd you say talked about it? Rad Rat? Let's see. Let me hear this reasoning. Ghetto bird. No, it's if it's switch, it's still not front side because okay. So front side switch is going like this. So the back of the board is going away from you. Just like if you do a switch front side flip. You know what I mean? But if you're doing a ghetto bird, it's backside. So you do the switch hard flip and then you do a late back revert, right? Because think about it. If you did a hard flip and you did this, it would essentially just be like a really steezy, like front, I don't know, like a front big spin. Hold on. No way he posted this shit 9 years ago, and here we are talking about it.
Shopping cart, which we had, like, we've already filed a claim, would take forever. and life would revolve around the shopping cart. But thanks to Geico's around-the-clock claim support, that never happened.
Heck yeah, dude. Much love to you and all the homies in China. I would love to get out there one day and hang out with you. Hell yeah. Thank you. If you're curious. I found the video.
Going again. It feels good to go.
I'm curious if Hunk actually agreed with you, because I feel like Hunk has really good takes, and I don't think...
And not a lot of people seem to know what it actually is. So what is the trick? Where did it come from? Let's take a look. Unlike a lot of mysterious flip tricks that are just vaguely credited to Rodney Mullen, we actually know exactly where the ghetto bird came from, Kareem Campbell. And we actually know where the name came from. There's a 1993 song by Ice Cube called Ghetto Bird. In the song, the term refers to a bird or helicopter that flies over the ghetto in search of crime. So when Kareem Campbell invented a trick that had a lot of spinning in it, it was named after a cool, modern term for helicopter. And that's not the first time that happened. In the 80s, Rodney Mullen invented a nollie backside 360, which he called a helipop. Originally, ghetto birds were also a nollie stance, so maybe it's a reference to that trick. Kareem actually gives Rodney a little bit of credit for the trick because he taught him how to think tricks through and visualize them, which eventually led to him first landing the trick. But anyway, do a YouTube search, and what do you see? You see regular stance hard flip, late backside 180s. In other words, a hard flip revert because the board changes direction. Not much of a helicopter if you think about it, because it only does 180 each way. I checked if the Barracks had a Trickopedia entry, and when you Google it, you find Chris Joslin doing a hard flip backside 180. Interestingly, the page itself doesn't say Ghetto Bird on it anywhere, including in the meta tags. And in fact, the hard flip late backside 180 has a lot of different names, like the Chetty Thomas. That name got popular for a little bit when Jimmy Carlin put out his Flatland video where he did a bunch of obscure flat ground tricks and renamed them all.
I think it's only a 4-minute video. It's not too long. So far, though, he's called it backside. I don't understand where he's saying it's front side. So let's skip ahead a little bit.
It's, of course, named after a Chet. And that's not really enough to go by for making firm rules about exactly how the trick has to be done. But anyway, if the nollie version goes backside, then the regular version would have to be a late frontside 180. A few skaters do these, but you'll never see it called a ghetto bird for some reason. But the original version was nollie, right? Well, this is actually a new issue. As skating gets more and more tech, we're finally starting to outgrow some of the terminology we have available.
I just don't understand why. Just because he said it. He said it would have to be frontside, but why? Why would it have to be frontside? Because would it? I don't know. Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy one. Kareem's a cool dude. I guess the City Stars. Yeah, heck yeah. I don't know. We'll just have. Well, yeah, it would be cool if Hunk did a video on this because I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Just to say, oh yeah, well it's front side. It's a cool trick doing a front side hard flip with a late front side, but I don't think I would necessarily. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, there you have it. It's nowhere steezy though. Yeah. Late backside just feels so much easier, but I don't know. The hard flip, that feels sick. I'll give you that. I love that. We're going to like this video because we're going to have to come back to it. Because I don't necessarily want to watch the entire video at the moment. Because I feel like I got to check out to really understand.
So, like, dialed. Like, I think he tapped a genius tap of the market. Where in fingerboarding, there was nothing of fantasy-themed kind of stuff. And his graphics are fucking insane.
Yeah,
they really are.
Yeah. 100%. He made me want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, we were about to live it up in Stranger Things for a bit. Yeah, crazy.
All right, Dan, it's going to be hard to follow up Dungeon Crawl.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it's not with catfish. Catfish barbecue. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, here's another one. So you start. Let me know.
Okay.
Catfish is crazy. All right, hold on. We're gonna get some clarification right now. If I trust anyone, I trust Hunk. We're calling Hunk, bro. We're calling the Hunkster.
Yo, man.
What up, big dog?
Not too much. How about yourself?
I'm chilling. Listen, I got a question for you. Okay, first off, we're on live. Okay.
Oh, yo, what's up?
Yeah, okay, so we're on live. Chat can hear you. We're talking about ghetto birds.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Why do I feel like we've talked about this? Did we talk about this on the pod?
Yeah, briefly, yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we're not. So I don't necessarily want to discuss like the stance thing because I think that is like arguably up in the air. But at any point, could a ghetto bird be a late front side revert, or is it always backside?
I think so. What the confusion is like nollie when you're doing it backside. It's kind of the opposite of how you would do it in your regular stance.
Mm-hmm.
So like, when a lot of people hear like, I don't know, someone's doing a hard flip back 180, then they think that's equal to a nollie backside 180 hard flip.
Yeah. Well, wait. Pause. So we're not talking nollie though, because I did say that. So nollie is obviously backwards. We know that. But like, because the video I just watched that someone pointed me to, the homie says a regular hard flip and a front 180, a late front revert is a ghetto bird. And I'm like, no, it has, you know what I mean? Like, I get the nollie thing because it's backwards, but for switch and fakie, it's still backside, right?
No, so that's kind of what I was
God
getting
damn.
to. So
okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So because you're doing a nollie back 180 and a hard flip, you're kind of more so doing like a fakie front 180 and a hard flip. If you think of it that way, it's kind of easier to understand.
Right.
So it would be like a front side big spin hard flip.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. But a lot of people think it's like a hard flip back 180 where you're kind of stopping at 90 degrees and then bringing it back the other way. So I think that's where the confusion stems from.
Okay.
So I think that if you're doing it, it should be, a hard flip front 180, even though that's kind of the opposite of what everybody else thinks it is. But if we're to look at it from who created it, Kareem Campbell, he did a nollie all the time. And he called it a ghetto bird because it like spins really fast, like a big spin. It's like a helicopter in the sky. Like the ghetto birds hunting people down, all like the cops and stuff. So that's kind of, I think, where the confusion comes from. Is like someone like Chris Jocelyn will do like a hard flip back 180 or a nollie inward heel back 180. But what he's kind of doing is he's stopping the trick halfway, 90 degrees, and then bringing it back. Whereas what Kareem Campbell was doing was more of a big spin flip, but just take a flip.
Yo, you're gonna have to do an entire video on this, right?
Yeah.
I think you have to. I think you have to because I'm hearing what you're saying, but now I just feel more confused.
I know.
I'm like, you know what? Maybe for the sake of just not being confused, I'm just gonna go with backside.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's fair.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What is a disco flip?
So I think it's a heel flip and then like a backside body varial.
Does the stance matter?
Nope.
Okay. We agree there. All right. Just making sure. All right. Well, look, the chat wanted me to call you and get to the bottom of it. So listen, we need you to make a video on that.
Okay.
All right. Boss.
I also want to do the other idea that you gave me. I won't spoil it to the chat, but
you know what? I already forgot what it was. So yeah, I'll be surprised too. All right. See you, boss.
Okay. All right. See ya.
All right, guys. I listen, I'm gonna say agree to disagree. You know? I'm gonna say agree to disagree. I don't know if I could. Who else can we call? Like, who else is like big into like skateboarding, not just like fingerboarding? Because see, when I was skateboarding like years and years ago, like we weren't discussing fucking hard flip late back when you know what I mean? Like we were like trying to figure out who had fucking the T-tool. You know what I mean? At the spot. Call Jake. Jake's not gonna fucking know. Call Kareem would be crazy. Can you imagine? I wonder if we could find something on YouTube. Someone has had to have asked him. Okay, we'll call Jake. Jake's not gonna know. 100% Jake is not gonna know. Yeah, way too complicated for. I knew Jake wasn't gonna. Jake's not gonna answer. Okay. Didn't answer. What if we call Christian? Christian might know. Well, let's see. Oh, you know what? I know who I can call. We'll call him after. No, you know what? Bail on Christian. We're calling somebody else. Damn, is this still their number? Am I just going to FaceTime a random number and see if they pick up? We got to call someone. We got to get to the bottom of this shit. As someone who can hard flip, you guys are making way too much of a basic trick. We're talking about more than a hard flip, though. We're talking about a ghetto bird. And what does you being able to do the trick have to do with the terminology of the trick? All right. Looks like 10 p.m. No one wants to talk about fucking skateboarding tricks. No late spin involved. Wait. Are you? We're talking about you realize we're talking about a ghetto bird, right? And not just a hard flip, right? Right. Say one name or another. I know, right? Oh, Christian's in the theater. Calling to ask you about ghetto birds. So stupid. There's no one else I would trust to call and ask. So it can't be decided. I know. I would like to see Hunk make a video on it. Because, yeah, that would be sick. Because what that guy said about the whole, like, front side, like, I don't know. That it just doesn't. My brain is not computing. Call Dave England? I'll text him and see if he's up. I don't think he'll know either. Dave, are you up? Are you up is insane. At 10 o'clock at night to Dave England's fucking insane. Are you up is crazy. All right. I'm not calling Dave. I don't want to just call him out of the blue. I text him, though. If he texts back, we'll call him. I'm calling Ish.
What's up, dude?
What up, big dog? Listen, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Ghetto birds. Late back 180? Fuck. Late back 180 or late front 180 if you're doing it standard?
If you're doing it like the...
Wait, real quick. We're on live, just so you know.
Okay. If you're doing it like the new way, it's hard flip back 180.
What the fuck is new way? Ish. Now you lost me, dog. Like...
Okay. Oh, ghetto birds were originally nollie.
Nollie, right.
But I think Kareem Campbell's who like popularized them.
Right.
And they were nollie hard flip, late back 180.
Yep.
But like, if you like think about it, it's kind of like that nollie big flip.
Right, because
like,
it's backwards.
You.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But the way people do them now, here, let me flip my camera. The way people do them now, it's like hard flip, and then they usually catch them halfway, and then most people revert them on the ground backside. But you can like catch it and do it in the air.
Yeah, because see, someone in the chat says technically it's a front side big spin flip, and it's like
technically, if you think of it like the old way, like in the 90s when it was only done nollie, but people do them hard flip back 180 just like in your regular stance.
Okay.
Days.
So what's the $1 million? What's the answer? Is it front side or back side if you're doing a regular stance?
Like
all right.
The nollie way, it's lost. People don't call that a ghetto bird anymore. It's hard flip back 180.
Okay, so if you're doing it in regular stance, hard flip back 180, ghetto
hard
bird.
Flip, yeah.
Okay.
Lock that in, chat.
Lock it in. All right, you heard it. Shout out G Sheets. All right, big dog. See ya.
Good night, guys.
See ya. Listen, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. Should we just message Kareem Campbell and just see? There's no way he's gonna fucking respond to me. But if we just say like, yo, can I call you? Kareem, what's his IG? Oh, Kareem Campbell. There you go. Should we just message him? Maybe I'll message him. I feel weird just messaging him. I'm gonna search YouTube first. If there's something of him talking about it, maybe we'll just watch that. But I don't know. I feel weird being. That would be weird. Let me see. Told you. I feel like you're rage baiting. What do you mean told you? You're saying no late spin involved, and then you said told you. I feel like you're just rage baiting the chat. Because what are you talking? You told no one nothing. It sounds like you don't even know that we're talking about fucking big spin. You're talking about hard flips. All right, moving on. We're not talking about this anymore. Once Hunk does a video on it. Dude, why is that so loud? Once Hunk does a video on it, I'll believe it. All right. Because at the end of the day, if I'm being honest with you, I could give a shit what a ghetto bird is. But low key, hard flip late front 180 looks pretty sick. Just saying, that looks pretty sick. Big spin on playing ghetto bird is on the vertical plane. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This person's just rage baiting me. I could feel it. What do you mean fucking late? All right, whatever. Moving on with my life. Gonna enjoy this video.
Oh my god.
Yo, thank you guys for hanging out with me too. I wanted to go live just to kind of shake off like the live jitters, just because I haven't went live for a long time, since December, and I wanted to go live more just to hang out. Maybe we'll do this again, and but maybe we'll like plan something though. Last time I went live and I made an entire short form video. I'm down to do that again if you guys were interested in that. We'll plan it a little better so I have something to do, but and not just yap so much. But how's the hunt for Charizard going? Good. It actually ended. My son found a Charizard. It wasn't like a big Charizard pool. What set was it from? He did pull a Charizard though, but it was one of the more like basic Charizards. And then a homie of mine bought like a replica Cheetozar, and my son's like super big on like trying to always like sneak out Cheetos, and so when he got that, he was super stoked. Get back on the stream grind. Haven't shut you out. Yo, Sticky Art, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll definitely do this more. Have you tried the flat face J material wheels? I have. I don't own any, but I have, and they're actually really good. Should I buy the Black River new skull at my local skate shop? What do you mean new skull? Are you talking about a board or trucks, or what are you talking about?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I feel totally defeated sitting here trying to do tricks. So I'm gonna try and do a kickflip in every stance. back to back, so I feel better about myself.
100%. Okay.
Search it.
Okay, so we
If
put
you're talking about the
some
board
there.
with the skull in it, those are actually sick. Those are actually really sick. All right, see how long it takes me. Hope it doesn't take me too long. I really don't want to be doing this too long. Logging off. Love the live. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll do this again, and I appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. Kickflip. Fakey flip. Oh, that was terrible. Fakey flip. That was kind of ass too. One more time. Okay, that was nice. Nollie flip. Ooh, bro, look at the front finger. Barely. I'm taking it though. It was nice. Has your son tried the hot Cheetos pickle flavor yet? No, he probably would though. I don't know if I've seen those. All right, switch flip. That was awful. That was also awful. That was nice. All right, I feel a little bit better about the fingerboarding. Should we try tray in every stance? Here we go. Tray flip. Oh, dude. All right. If I miss it 3 times, we gotta start over. So tray flip. Oh, come on, fakey tray. There we go. No. Come on, nollie tray. I knew it. I'm gonna start with the harder ones. No, that was not nollie tray. There we go. No, please. Come on. I'm not standing up for this. All right. Thank you so much. See ya. 1 to 3 weekly streams here. Def join an audience. FB streams. Streamers. Yeah, dude. We got to keep it going. Hey, I asked Christian this, and he didn't know. But how to heel flip? Just point your finger down. Your front finger. Oh, that was nice. Sticky. Is there a way for like people on YouTube to go live together? Like to have, you know, on TikTok you can go live together. Can you do that on YouTube, or is that just like a TikTok thing?
I'm excited to see what they do. There's a lot of brands on here that we've talked about that I want to see, like you said, I think they're going to be a cornerstone if they keep it up. I think Dial 6'9" is going to catch on more.
Yeah, Sweaty's cool.
Once people realize the shape and the mold are so good.
Yeah, so, I have to try it. I'm going to have to try so many of these brands.
This is bad for us.
Spend so much money.
Bad influences.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, let's do.
Definitely possible. Damn. It would be sick to do like co-streams.
I ride on a dragon, and its breath will melt the clouds.
Let's do Loon.
Okay.
Oh my.
I'm 35 minutes into this video. They're on Loon. Oh, maybe I should stick around for Loon. I'll come back to it. I don't want to. Thanks for making cool content. Honored to be up there. Yes. S tier. Oh, wait. I don't want to read the comments. You're going to spoil it. All right. We'll come back to this. Guys, you're the man for doing this. Yo, thank you so much for all the good dialogue about the fucking ghetto birds and everything. Honestly, it was cool. It was cool calling everyone and checking it out. Listen, I am going to be off for the night, guys. I'm going to take off. I was supposed to be live for an hour, and I've been live for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I will do this again. I promise. We'll have a better schedule. Maybe I'll set everything up so I can stand up, so I can actually fingerboard. But listen, we're gonna end the stream with 10 kickflips in a row. If I fuck up, I gotta start over, and then we will end the stream. All right, here we go. Count them off. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought I messed up. Wow. All right, here we go. 1. That was barely. Dude, I just don't want to get off stream. Maybe I'll stay on stream. You know what? I'm just going to stay on stream. How about that? How about I just keep messing up? Yeah, totally on purpose. Dude, it's kind of getting sad. Rebate? I missed it. 2 people max. Dude, it would be sick to do like a co-stream. Because yeah, it would be dope. I mean, honestly, I don't really care for TikTok anymore, to be honest with you. So like I wouldn't want to do it there. Can you do a game of Skate if you lost it on community? What do you mean? What do you mean? If you lost it on community. I don't know what that means. Come on. TikTok fell off. I know, dude. Favorite grip tape? For sure is going to be that tape and cord tape. And honorable mentions is... Fuck, there's so many good ones. So, okay. This specifically is that tape. But on the other boards I have that tape, cord tape. I have 2 of them set up with G sheets, which is really good. And then I have 1 dungeon crawl. Or not dungeon crawl. 1 is goblin grip. Yeah, IG, I don't know. IG's kind of me. Honestly, the difference between cord tape and that tape is just the feeling of it. I personally think that cord tape is a little bit more coarse. Like, I feel like that tape is a little bit more smooth. So, you ever try the secret tape? You know, it's funny. I used to ride for the secret tape. So, yes, I have tried the secret tape. Feeling wise, yeah, no, that's what the difference is. The difference is that cord tape feels softer under your fingers, and that tape is going to give you like a more smooth, it's like a more smooth feeling. Not as smooth as something like FBS. It still has a little bite to it, but yeah. Well then, yeah. Recently got 1,400 followers on my IG. Yo, it's hard to grow on IG. Congrats. Tried UAG. I have. Wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be getting off stream, guys. I have a bunch of content coming out this week. I have a vlog coming out this week, and then I am doing like a couple weeks ago on Instagram. I asked about a Q&A, and I got like 103 questions, and so I'm going to do that. But I'm just checked out. I have so much coming up with Fingerboard Con and stuff like that. But anyways, I will get it done, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like, comment, subscribe on the videos. Shout out all you guys for hanging out. I am going. Good night. I will go live again. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. If you guys want to hang out with me tomorrow, let me know on my Instagram and we can hang out. So, see you guys.